samples for my favorite video game. It's been a while, so yeah, it's gonna be a chill stream. I'll go and show you guys my samples, and we'll go from there. I I haven't done this in forever. Oh my god, my shirt is dirty. Don't look. What the frick? Don't eat food, guys. Yeah, I'm just gonna set this up real quick. I should pull chat up as well. But yeah, I've been working on some samples for a game called World of Warcraft, and it's been a lot of fun. And I'm hoping something comes out of this. I plan to send this to absolutely everyone. So let's see. You can always shoot for the sky, but you aren't necessarily gonna hit the sky, but it's worth a try. So we'll see. I'm gonna pull up the stream on my laptop real quick so I can see you guys speak. Guys, I've been obsessed with League of Legends. What the frick? Not the game itself, more like the lore in Arcane, the TV show. It's phenomenal. Yeah, it has blown me away, and like it's re-sparked my love for Valorant as well. Like I'm all over the place right now. I have so many games, and that's a current problem, by the way. But speaking of games, World of Warcraft. I know a lot of you guys know that game is the MMO, right? Well, your boy's been a big fan of that, almost religiously. Like if you look at my room, I literally have so much up of World of Warcraft. I even have these toys by McFarlane, by the way. McFarlane Toys. These guys were clutch as hell. Really good for reference. But I don't know. I'm trying something out here. So let me show you guys the first page. So there is a card game for this that requires a lot of art as well, and I kind of wanted to sneak it in. It's called Hearthstone. So this is the first page for my samples. It's meant to be like a I don't know, like I'm pulling the plug underneath you. Also, I did not pull up chat. I'm sorry. One sec. But yes, I gotta stop saying but. I need to be more eloquently spoken. So, no ums. We started off with like a little bit of two characters doing a bit of a war cry, and all of a sudden we're pulling out cards, slamming them to the Hearthstone desk, and it's like a little Murloc comes out, which is like, to give you context, a Murloc is like the face or like the pet of Warcraft. Not the pet, but I'm just saying he's a little bit of a mascot. That's the word. And then we zoom out and we see the orc kind of sad because he's like, dude, my deck sucks. And if you look closely, you can see that he only has one character, and the dwarf, by the way, I'm screen toning this so that the dwarf pops out. The dwarf is winning. He's like, oh, what are you doing, bro? You crazy? And so we skip to the next page, and now we have establishing shot, really showing where we are, and it's not supposed to be anywhere specific. I wanted it to be Goldshire, but I kind of failed. Wow, I'm crap talking my samples already. That's crazy. But anyways, this is also going to be screen toned in a way so it's more legible because it's going to be black and white. But we have like our set of villains here. They're like bandits, right? And they're wanted over here as well. I don't know if you guys can see that. So this is kind of an interesting idea I had. I don't know if I executed it. I don't know if it's legible. I'm hoping it is. Hopefully with screen toning and all that, it will be more noticeable. But this is the door from the previous page drinking. And like, this is like the window back here. And you can see there's like flashes of, or shadows of something coming in. And it's boom. There comes the bandits. And I show like a teaser here of like our characters are going to be focusing on. And he kind of stands up and he's like, yo, bro, like, take a chill pill, We're not about this. You don't want these hands, bro. And, they're like, bro, you don't even know us. We're the bandits, bro. And one of our guys shows up speeding towards this guy, and he's kind of smirking. He's like, dude, you're going to make my day. And grabs him by the face, throws him. And these were super fun, man. I finally figured out how to use quills, and it's been so much fun. It's very refreshing once you get the hang of it. So yeah, this was a lot of fun, and this is the following page, and I wanted to introduce a female character and show that I can also draw women. So yeah, here we have another cool shot. This guy feels like Batman. I love him. These are actual characters from the game, by the way. but they don't do anything with them. So I was like, you know what? Let me bring him in. I love them. So here we have, her name is Valera. She comes from the skies, and we have a little bit of a close-up so we can see who it is better. And boom, she freaking slashes the heck out of these guys. Nothing fatal, but then she slides, like doing a little Akira slide here. And now we're on the last page. And it's basically just like yeah, you're screwed, bro. Like, give up. And he's like, no, I won't. I won't give up. And he's like, okay, let's just get this over with. Oh, no. I got ink on my shit, bro. That's fine. I'll deal with that later. How did that happen, bro? Of course. But, yeah. Nothing crazy. I just want to show a bit of a story. And, yeah. I guess I'm going to get to it. Dude, chat. The chat. Okay, we're good. I got it now. So yeah, let's see. I was originally like, I know I had another sample in the works and I kind of ditched it. I didn't mean to ditch it. It wasn't part of the plan. I got the opportunity to kind of pitch this. And I'm hoping for the best. That's all this is, man. Nothing crazy. But yeah, I'm using quills here, or dip pens. Having a lot of fun with them. Kind of using this the G pen for outlines recently, and I'm doing something new where I'm starting with the G pen first. I'm doing outlines first, so let's see if I like it. If I don't, then I'll just revert. I've been using a mapping pen as well. I'll show you guys in a little bit. I'm hoping I can actually stream like this, bro. These kind of give me some trouble sometimes, so let's see. At any point I feel like I can't handle it, I'll just end the stream. But I hope you guys have been doing good, man. I've kind of been MIA. I've just been working on a lot of projects behind the scenes and trying to balance everything out. But still no progress on Scourge. I apologize about that. I'm trying to see if I could land a gig so that I can fund myself and hopefully get that out sooner rather than later. Listen, bro, it's ridiculous because like my characters are set, their designs are set. I just have to draw it, but it's also hard to draw it when I don't know how to explain it, right? Like that comes out of your pocket, so you got to make sure you got a pocket, right? And that's where I'm at. So we'll see. I might be doing a whatnot show at some point. Maybe open up commissions, depending. I still got some commissions lined up. I'm gonna be tackling them after this project. We'll see. We shall see. But yeah, these quills have been so much fun, because they give you so much range, and it almost just looks dynamic. I don't know if you guys feel that from my work at all, but I feel it. The only thing is that, you know, you kind of have to learn a couple things through trial and error, right? Like how much you dip your pen into the ink and how to prep it up as well. Because you do have to like either burn your nib, which sounds insane, or you let it sit in boiling water. I've been doing both just in case for the most part. It's been interesting. Been very fun, but I feel like my work has leveled up. Like it's just, there's a lot of accidents that happen that I feel like just look good. So, but yeah, man, I don't know if you guys have watched Arcane yet. I know it's like listen, I backed away from Arcane because I thought it was gonna be a normie show, and I don't like mainstream things, all right? I don't trust the average audience because anytime I do, I'm just disappointed. And so I thought Arcane was one of them. Yeah, I was wrong. That was some of the most advanced storytelling that I have seen in media. And now me and my girl are absolutely obsessed with Arcane. So it's been fun. It's been... Unfortunately, now I'm caught up, so I'm like watching videos from the actual game and like learning about the lore and stuff. And let me tell you, I cannot wait for the next season because it's based in a world that is very similar to like Warcraft. It's all about like honor and fighting, and I'm all here for that. They released a cinematic last year for season. I don't know what season they're on in League of Legends, but it's really cool. It was really really cool. What are you drawing today? So we're working on. Wow, dude, I'm making a mess. You see this? I'm goofing off. I am working on some samples to send out to companies very soon. Why are there 19 people here, bro? Go away. Do not. Okay, there we go. That's fucked up. I'm sorry. No, man. This was a random ass stream. I apologize. But I'm working on a Warcraft sample, right? It's my favorite video game growing up. I played it when I was just a kid, right? I was 7 years old in 2006. That was when an expansion called Burning Crusade came out. And dude, this game has been my life ever since. I've had a toxic ass relationship with this game, let me tell you. My mother used to call it the devil's game because I would throw fits if I couldn't play my game. Like, it was so bad. Shout out to my uncle, my uncles. Both my uncles used to play this shit back then. Like, a lot, bro. Like, they were like really high ranked and like competitive and all that. So ever since, bro, I've been hooked on this stuff. Like, again, if you look at the walls in my room, like, I have Warcraft posters everywhere. Like, I am fully nerded out for this world. I know it like the back of my hand too well. So yeah, I'm gonna try to pitch this to them, and then I'm not allowed to ever talk about this again if I do hear something. Fingers crossed, right? I'd hate to doubt myself, but there's a reason there hasn't been Warcraft comics. And I mean, I don't know the reason, but there must be one. So we'll see. But either way, I do plan to send this to as many companies as possible, along with like the last Marvel piece I did. See if I can get something, man. Let's see. I'm more than capable. I've done it before, you know. I just want something. Listen, bro, I'm just looking for a job in the industry. Tis all. We shall see. One day, could you draw a comic of... Yes, of Absolute Batman. Dude, I literally had a dream that Mike Mignola told me how to do it. And so I had this image in my head from that dream, and I wrote it down and everything. So one day I will do it, maybe in another 6 months from now. If I don't get anything, I'll sit down and do it. Because, yeah, I love Absolute Batman. Absolute Batman has been killing it. What a plot twist on Poison Ivy. I haven't read it. I've only read the first volume. I'm a binger, so I'm waiting to pick that up. I should pick that up soon. We'll see. But it's been fantastic. I love how fearless that storytelling is. And I had a vision, so I pulled a That's So Raven. All right, I don't know how I'm feeling about this. I'm going to back up from this. I don't like the G-Pen that much right now. I used the G-Pen for this guy, and that worked out, but I'm going to pull back. I'm a big fan of this one. So let me show you guys the different nibs we can use. And here's how I broke it down, right? So we have a mapping pen, which is a really thin one, and a G-Pen, which is, you know, it has a little bit of... it has a bigger range than these two. And then there's this one, and I consider this one the in-between, the middleman, right? So I normally start with this one. And then once I'm done outlining everything, you know, no heavy shadows, that's when I swap to the mapping pen. And I get all my little hatchings, all my cool speed lines, I do them with this. And then I do my line weights with this to show depth, if that makes sense. So I'll be doing it here, so stay tuned. These are the ones that I've been spamming recently. And then I also use this as well, the Pentel brush pen. But you can find these on Amazon. If you could just type like manga nibs, they'll be there. You just have to learn a bit on how to use them. But then you dip the pen up to this point. You see that? Zoom. Yeah. and then you're good to go. Yeah, I hope you guys have been doing good, man. Why does that say 25 people, bro? How you guys doing? That's crazy. I just randomly started stream. I apologize. I have not done videos at all. I've been lacking. I'll try and pick it up soon. Hopefully with this, who knows? Maybe I'll make a video out of this using this stream. Normally I don't show my progress from sequential art just because I get really like nervous working on this stuff. Which is unfortunate because that's gonna be mostly what I do soon. But oh, you see how smooth this is compared to the other one, bro? Boom. Yeah. We like it when things go right. Yeah. Okay. Lock in, bro. But yeah, I get really nervous whenever I'm doing sequential art, especially when I'm penciling. I don't want a camera on my face because I will tweak out, bro. Penciling is such a rough phase for me. There's a lot of like self-doubt. But the inking phase I'm normally chill with. And that goes with everything really. Like I never show my pencil phase for like any of the pinups that I do. For most of the time at least. Hey man, what kind of games are you guys playing nowadays? If you guys are gamers. I'm really curious. I've noticed that there's a lot of games, man, but it's almost overwhelming to the point where like it's oversaturated and you as a consumer don't know where to go and spend your time. You know what I mean? It's very interesting. Like I find myself playing like 3 games at once right now. Actually, that's a lie. I'm playing like 5. I started playing Diablo as well. That's been a ton of fun. Of course, I play these games after the hype dies down so I can make my own like judgment. And I love it. It's a little bit easy, which like that is my biggest nitpick. Like I literally hold one button and I kill everything in the dungeons. I'm playing a barbarian because I did not buy the DLC, or else I would have been a paladin. I'm so mad. I should have bought it. Now I feel like I have to wait though, because it's always on sale and I don't get it. That is my punishment. But been playing a lot of Diablo. I played some Wayfinder, or every game from Airship Syndicate, if you guys aren't familiar. That is one of the best video game companies to ever exist. Not greedy, just there for the passion. And if you like comic art, you'll like them because their CEO is Joe Mad, and he is a comic legend. He's very, very cool. Like, I have to admit, like, those games, playing them were not a waste of time at all, even though I felt guilty sometimes. The amount of information I consumed with, like, design and environmental stuff, it was just immense. Like, there's a lot to learn in those games, art-wise. They're some of the most beautiful games, and unfortunately, not enough people have played them, but I'm hoping that changes soon. They have I'm 100% sure that they're working on a Battle Chasers comic, and that's really big in the, in the comic community. People love that shit, so. What nib are you using there? I don't know the name, but it is not the mapping pen. It is not the G pen. It is something else, and I completely forgot the name. It's a very complicated name to say. It's like in Japanese. I need to learn some Japanese, bro. There's so much medium I miss out on because I don't understand the language. Especially on YouTube, man. There's some hidden channels where like they teach you so much. But yeah, this thing's a weapon. I got too much. So like right now there's like a piece of hair on the nib. Ugh, it's not focusing. And it's making me throw thicker lines. Not a piece of hair. It's like I ripped the page a little bit, I guess. See, like, now I'm good. But yeah, I've been using this a lot lately. There's a reason manga artists still use it, and I wanted to figure it out for myself. And I kind of get it now for the most part. There's some things that I probably don't know that would help to know, but for now, I love this. I'm going to leave the lady's face for last, just because that's going to require... Fuck, I fucked that up. I should have listened to myself. Yeah, let me back away. I'm gonna leave that for last because her faces requires the thinnest nib, and that's gonna take a minute to swap to. But I could do the rest for now. I think I'm gonna do one character at a time. That's something else that has helped me is to focus on one panel at a time. Oh, hold on. Uh, you guys asked a lot. Hold on, I got you. How do you draw buff people? Don't be afraid, bro. So, overdo it. Overdo it. These are comics. You're allowed to overdo what you want. But what I like about drawing buff people, though, and this might help you, is that you can just focus on the outline first of the characters. How do I explain it without drawing it? God dang it. I'm such a visual person. Nah, man, like, look, you could memorize anatomy as much as you want, but it's really not going to help you. What you have to memorize is the shapes at the very edge of the character. What's a good example? Like, don't focus on the muscles. The specific muscles in the middle, don't focus on that. Focus on the outlines. Like, focus on the shapes, right? Like, what kind of shapes they make. Let me see if I have another example. For example, like, look at this giant beast of a man right here. Like, focus on the shapes outside. Make their heads tiny. And that normally helps you draw above people. Like, it's good to learn the anatomy, but you don't have to memorize everything in between. Just the shapes that they make, you know? That's something you'll learn over time, the more you draw it. You prefer the H102? The Hunt 102? Is that what it's called? This thing? This is the Hunt 102, right? I've seen Adelso Corona use something like this, but I didn't know if they all had the same name. The Hunt 102 is great. Problem is, it's very thin, so, like, afterwards, I do end up having to add another layer of line weight, so I kind of just use that at the very end. Like, I like this one a lot, because look at how much I'm able to do, you know? So, let's keep going over here. Shit, I forgot her hand. But yeah, these are, this has been so fun to draw, by the way. Like, I have a story that I want to tell one day that is very much just, like, in the world of Warcraft, but, like, my own. Because I can't do that. I can't steal their shit. But, and just drawing characters from this kind of world with this kind of armor is very fun. Very fun. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to shoot. I might suck at explaining them, right? I did see this interesting conversation online where, like, by the way, if you guys ever message me and I don't reply, please don't feel bad. I'm terrible at replying. I really am. I get overwhelmed by social media in general, so I kind of run away. It's not personal, ever. Unless it is, then, you know, screw you. You did a lot to get me pissed off. But I don't get pissed off easily. I forgot what I was saying mid-sentence. That's crazy. But I think what I was trying to say is, like, yes, I suck at social media. But I do try to reply every now and then when I can. When I know I am confident in a subject, I will gladly reply. When I'm not confident at all, I kind of just, like, I feel imposter syndrome answering something. I've seen a lot of people do that, actually. I have a nitpick to pick, by the way, with people. There's some people who call themselves professional artists who don't have any professional experience in the field, and they'll start selling courses and taking advantage of people. And I really don't like that. I really, really don't like that. And that kind of gets me mad. And I also saw this guy on social media recently flex his money that he's making in comics. He, like, showed off a Mercedes or BMW he got. I'm like, bro, you did not get that selling your 100 copies of your book. You did not do that. Do not feed false information to people. Because right now it's hard for everyone, bro. Yeah, that's what I think I was talking about, is, like, there is a lot of talk in the industry recently, in the art industry in general, that it's very hard. And a lot of people don't realize, you know, or they'll want to be handheld by other by professionals, right? And like I get that. I get what they're saying. They were saying that some people like their hands to be held all the way. Like they'll give advice, but they won't do the work themselves. They'll expect there to be like some magical spell to be shared to get really good, you know? And there is no magical spell, man. It really is just rinse and repeat. And I'm not there yet, bro. I got so much to learn. Shit. Let me do this here. I have to pull up the freaking reference, huh? Let me zoom in for you guys. I'm sorry. This is really far. Oh snap, what's up? There's a lot more questions. Sick dog, you calligraphy or graph? I don't even know what that means. I do not know what that means. I'm not too sure. Calligraphy or graph? Sup, Frank Frazetta? Who you calling Frank? Wait, we have Frank Frazetta in the chat? Hey, yo. What's up, bro? Nah, imagine. Somebody RPing is Frank Frazetta. What type of tip is that? Yeah, I'm not sure what this type of tip is. But the other two I can tell you the names of. One of them, the thin one, is a mapping pen, and the other one is a G pen. And this one I cannot figure out the name of for the life of me, so I apologize. I will come back with that name at some point. Oh, this camera's shaking like crazy. I like that pen. Looks fun to play. It is. Zoe. There's a lady named Zoe. She's an artist. I forgot her last name. It's not Zoe Kravitz. Jesus. She uses this as well on this same kind of paper. I think she's very good with it. It's very like, it's less like if you make mistakes, you can easily work with them. It's the closest thing to like a Micron pen without it being a Micron pen. You know what I mean? I love this. I'm a younger artist. Got any tips from going forward on? I've been dealing with comparing my art to people that are better than me. I do want to be a part of the comic industry. So like, this has been a really large talk in the art industry in general. Brother, do not quit your day job. Do this on the side. At one point, you will be able to do this as your full-time job. But till then, you have to fund your works on the side. There's a lot of people who kind of like, they kind of bet on themselves too quickly and they don't make it. You know what I mean? So this is one of those things that's going to take time. It might take you 5 years. It might take you 2 years. It might take you 1 year. It might take you 10 years. Everyone has a different journey, and you'll see a lot of people talking about that in the future. So honestly, as you're drawing, don't burn yourself out. Enjoy the process. Do not compare. That is a mistake. Well, it depends on how you're doing it. If you are comparing yourself to grow, huge. If you are comparing yourself to tell yourself you're not good enough, then not huge. That is bad. Everyone is going to have some kind of level to their art, and some are just going to be sharks and they're going to be better. That's okay. Like, do you think... I mean, David Finch has said stuff like this. I'm sure a lot of you guys know David Finch. That's my unofficial mentor. And he would say that he would look at Jim Lee drawing next to him, and it felt so inhuman because he was just pumping out work like crazy. And so there's always going to be a bigger shark. So don't worry about comparing yourself. Just focus on your own journey, bro. If you recognize that you cannot draw something as well as other people and you want to get better, then lock in and focus on that specific thing. And at some point, you're going to master that, and then you're going to move on to the next thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing, little by little for the rest of your life. You will never be fully fulfilled with your style. And that's okay. That's how it's meant to be. Unless you are even if you're like a printing machine, like you can draw exactly what you see, you still got a lot to learn. Now you have to learn how to break that anatomy and create a style out of it. Like there's a lot of things to do. So at the end of the day, the way you're gonna grow is by just falling in love with the journey, man. Seriously. And feel free to compare, because that's a quick way to learn as well. But don't find a way to have a healthy relationship with the comparisons, because that's a quick way to burn yourself out and quit early. I know that sounds like a lot and maybe a little bit, what's the word, intimidating, but I think more artists need to talk about that, because nobody told me. Everyone likes to kind of like gatekeep stuff, which they don't do it on purpose. Maybe they get tired of repeating themselves, and so they kind of just don't share these things online. But it is very, very cutthroat, the industry in general. You have to understand, ever since the boom of social media, the boom of Marvel, everyone wants to draw comics now. And so you have a lot of artists that are probably not better than you, right? Who got their job because they knew somebody inside, right? And so like just because of that, like they already have a easier journey than you. So you gotta like prepare yourself for stuff like that, Like that's why you gotta fall in love with it. And no matter what project you're working on, you have to understand that you are doing it. You are a comic artist. You are an artist just by drawing. So don't give yourself this fake idea of like, oh, when I get there, oh, when I get this job. No, you're doing it. So treat it like it, Like right now, there's probably zero chance that I can draw these characters for a living. But for now, I am drawing them, And so I got to treat it like such. So that's my biggest advice. And take critiques from random people with a grain of salt. Social media isn't always your best compass for what's going to get you what job, I've heard that a lot from like people who run booths, for example. They will print a piece because it did really well on social media, and it will sell the least. So be very conscious of that. Just focus on growing, focus on enjoying your art, and you'll get there before you know it, man. I feel like that goes with anything as well. It doesn't have to just be about art. And also, to folks who, may not necessarily want to do this for a living, that's perfectly fine too. You're allowed to pursue art as just a hobby and not monetize it. A lot of people tend to do that, to immediately want to monetize their hobbies and not let it just be a hobby. And so they end up getting very disappointed easily, And I understand it. But you don't have to. You could just draw for fun while you do whatever it is that you do. That is absolutely okay. Not enough people say that. I hope that was somewhat insightful. I yapped a lot. I almost feel bad asking that, but it is okay if I send you some of my stuff on Insta, and so when you I can absolutely take a look at your stuff. I just would like some advice and feedback. I have for real no one to show this to. Please send it my way. Again, I may take a bit of time to respond, but I try my best to always respond when I can. There's a lot of things that I don't know, but there's some things that I do know, So I will gladly share them with you. But again, take things with a grain of salt. I am not somebody who's working in the industry, someone who's trying to make it in there. So it's very weird. It's a very weird thing. Like I have done projects with celebrities and stuff, but nothing to solidify me and give me jobs consistently. You know what I mean? It's very on and off almost. But absolutely. Yeah, thanks, man. That helps a lot. You're great art. Subscribe. Keep doing what you love, bro. Same to you, man. You're really good at explaining stuff. That's surprising. And it made me feel much better about my art passion. Yes, man. And that's, you just said it. It is your passion, So enjoy it. Have fun. Not everything has to be perfect. Like, I will say, always finish your art. Don't let it sit unfinished. Just for your own sake. It deserves to be finished. There's a lot of people who kind of like never finish their work and kind of just move on. And so like they don't really feel that growth. You're always kind of like, you never fully finish, like comparing this into like gaming terms, right? You never fully finish the mob. So you didn't gain the XP to then be able to fight a boss. So always kill the mobs. That's crazy. Yeah. I really hope you make it in the comic industry. You deserve so much. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Listen, bro. I get compliments all the time by people in the industry at higher positions. So I'm hoping that it's only a matter of time. I'm more than ready. I think it's a matter of finding my place in the industry because I don't think that there's many positions open. Like, sure, I may be good enough for it, but I think it's a matter of finding the right window. Luck plays a huge factor in all this. So remember that as well. It's about who you know. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to be spamming these samples to everyone. Because listen, bro, I know I can tell stories really good. Really well. And I hope this is an example. I can't necessarily draw really cool pinups, but I know I can tell this story. And this is a story I told with a script that I made up, which may not be the best thing. But, very excited to finish this. I do have to do grayscale for this for sure in certain areas, which I will. But I noticed while reading some manga is the very first issues of these mangas, there's not that much grayscale because it's just the main artist getting the project jump started. So they do very minimal grayscale for their screen tones and stuff like that. And that's very interesting. Like Gachiakuta, I'm not sure if you guys are anime fans, but that's a big popular show right now. And in the first book of Gachiakuta, they don't do that much grayscale, like it should be pretty legible with just the white. And that's very interesting to me. So I'm hoping I can get to that level with this sample. We shall see. But yeah, are you guys any gamers over here? I'm really curious. I had a question earlier. What kind of games are you guys playing? What kind of games are you guys playing? Jeez, my English is so terrible. I'm really curious to see what people play nowadays because I only know what I play. Most of it is mainstream, I guess. That Marvel Rivals and that Overwatch type stuff. I do want to get back to Valorant. I was just watching some of the esports and it's very entertaining. Some of the craziest energy on that. I'm gonna go practice some drawings now. So yeah, hope you have a great rest of your day. You too, man. Thanks for the advice. God bless, bro, and love anime. Hell yeah. Listen, man, it's always good to get exposed to many kinds of mediums. For example, I've been trying to learn from games, right? Some games have some of the best concept art and just art directions in general. Like Marvel Rivals is a great example. It freaking slaps, man. It's some of the best art out there. And so does any single one of Airship Syndicate's games. They're all gorgeous. But they're in video games, they're not necessarily in comics. So, and that can go for many other things. I know some artists are into fashion, right? Like Sozuo Miko or Sway art. They bring a lot of their influences from fashion and then They bring it into comics and they draw some of the most unique art. What's going on, Greg? Wait, Greg, is this Greg L? Greg L? Because I don't remember seeing Greg's static art. That's a lie. I have on Finch's streams for sure. I don't know if this is the same person or not. Oh, it is. There it is. What's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Let me do the background because I freaking hate doing backgrounds. So don't do backgrounds the way that I do them. Please do not let this guide you in doing backgrounds. I'm doing them without a ruler, without perspective grids, and this is wrong. But for some reason, I really want to die on this hill that I can make it look organic and feel like a person and make it look good. So I'm gonna keep trying until I got slapped in the wrist by David Finch for doing this. So don't do it. And I'm still going for it for some reason. I think it looks more dynamic. Like Joe Mad does this in certain pieces, and it looks right. It looks right. So I want to do it. But I guess it was, it's because it's Joe Mad. There's a lot of things in comics that may not necessarily be anatomically correct, but because they're stylized, it just looks great. So that's the kind of mindset I'm trying to keep, Yeah, this is the name on YouTube. Oh, okay. Bro, your work is still a big influence for me. Bro, you're crazy. You're looking at the wrong people. I appreciate it though, man. Lately I swear I feel like I've found a new style for myself. And it's so weird for me because I feel like I keep testing out different things. And I haven't really settled on one thing. I do like what I'm doing right now a lot. I feel like it's me. I haven't seen too many people draw like, shade the way that I do, for example. So I'm hoping this sticks well. But it's interesting to me that I'm able to continue switching up when there's like artists that just find their style really early on and just stick to it. I am too neurodivergent to just stick to one thing. I need to keep experimenting. And that's kind of scary because there's an audience you gain from a specific style. And I don't know if that's going to hurt me or not, but fuck it. I like what I'm doing right now. We shall see. My music stopped on its own. Interesting. How are you guys able to see this? You guys able to see the details good? I haven't really noticed. I hope so. This is the best I'm able. So like one of the problems with why I don't film too much right now is because I've been doing most of my work on a flat surface. And the problem with that is that my thing is see-through, bro. You can see my toes down here, okay? And sometimes I wear shorts, and I don't like to show my legs. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't film. I got to get a clear desk. I know that's crazy, and I just outed myself, but... Hey, new viewer here. I just came from one of your YouTube shorts. Oh, that's hilarious. My jaw dropped when I saw your style and artwork. Instant sub, man. Seems really cool. Line work and piece. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, man. I'm totally... I don't know why my YouTube is my YouTube shorts have been kind of blowing up, which is crazy. They're still going, and I haven't posted in forever. I need to get back on that. Who knows? Maybe I'll try to do an edit with this and try to get back in the game. I appreciate it, though. I'll try to use that humor. It seems to pull people in. Yeah, I wanted to do a video kind of roasting people. Not roasting people, but like, it's been a serious talk where like some folks don't feel as motivated to pursue art just because of like AI and stuff like that. And like, I totally get it, but I totally want to make a video of me telling people, yes, like quit. It's not worth it. So that I can be the only artist, like that'll be the joke. It's like, I'm plotting over here. I'll be the only one. Okay. I'm going to swap. Oh wait, no, I got to finish the background. Look at me. I'm avoiding backgrounds. Always. Always avoiding backgrounds. Oof. I think I kind of like this being a wall. I'm just gonna stop here. Okay. By the way, I got to show you guys. I have a, well, let me, this is terrifying, but I have a little bit of alcohol on this, like isotope alcohol, something like that. Not the one you drink, but I put water in this as well, and I use this to clean my pen afterwards, and then clean it with a napkin, and then I dip. That's something that's been helping my process a lot. It's scary to have liquid out like that in your desk, but you have to do it. You have to do it. Developing a new style is part of the game. It's actually really cool. Seeing artists develop their style in real time, like you and Dr. Rock, for instance. Dude, Dr. Rock is so funny. He threw me off, bro. It was there was one stream where bro just decided to do a whole song for David Finch. That threw me off so hard. I'm like, since when does this man do screamo as well as he can draw? Like, that was crazy. That was really cool. I don't know. I can't sing for crap. Yeah, Dr. Rock's been really cool too. I don't talk to him too much, but like I know we keep up with each other every now and then. I think his socials have been doing really well. Well deserved. That man's been grinding for a long time. I think he draws like every day, bro. Very interesting. Really cool editing style as well. That's one thing I can't do though. Like I can't do that very hyper energetic editing style of video. I don't got it in me. I look at that camera and cringe whenever I try to do stuff like that. I cannot. I respect it when people do it. Again, don't copy what I'm doing. I'm not using rulers. This is bad. But I also think that, like, look, we don't like Rob Liefeld because he's an amazing artist. He's not an amazing artist. Let's be real. He's not. Like, Jim Lee, Todd McFarlane are incredible artists. But what is amazing about Rob Liefeld is that he draws things in a way that are stylized so that they're just fun to look at. They captivate you, bro. So you don't necessarily have to, like, draw things as they are, you know. Maybe the term that I use isn't the best, but it's like, I feel like we're allowed to have a little fun, you know. Listen, if they can get away without drawing feet, I can get away with this, you know. Damn, somebody's gonna send that out of context, get me canceled. So what'd you say? Nothing, sir, nothing. You are the best. Please hire me. That's one thing that I find funny though. I've caught people talk smack about artists, and first sign, or like whenever the artists that they talk smack about offer job opportunities, they immediately fold. You know, and they're like, "Oh, sir, please work for me." No, I can't. I'm not like that. I cannot be like that. If I talk smack about someone, I'm not gonna take a job for them. Yo. By the way, y'all saw how I drew chains? Listen, bro. Drawing chains have become easy as long as you draw them 2D like that. Let's draw some wood patterns real quick. And then eventually I'll add a lot of line work. Dandavan has been an amazing guide for how much is too much and how little is too little, by the way. If you guys ever want to take a look, it is absolute peak art. Obviously, I love Berserk, and that's my guy, but I have to accept I'll never draw to that amount of detail. Like, that's crazy. Not drawing backgrounds is so common. I just can't get myself to happily draw backgrounds freely. Got to force myself and lock in to study some backgrounds. I mean, you don't have to draw a background for everything, and that's something I've really learned recently from professionals and manga artists. It's like, pick up a manga right now. How many backgrounds do you see in it? Not much. They only draw one background per page, or sometimes per every 2 to 3 pages. Yes, that is right. And fun fact, the average viewer reader gets easily overwhelmed. So if you decide to bombard your current scene with a background and the characters doing crazy things, like, your reader's not going to understand what's happening. It's very easy to get lost. So sometimes you're just better off simplifying it. And this is like stuff I got told by professionals as well. You know, like they told me, bro, you're overwhelming the reader. And I was like, all right, damn, you're right. Oops, I fucked that up. I'll fix that later. So keep that in mind. Obviously draw your establishing shots, but it doesn't, like, unless it's required for the scene to show the background, you don't got to worry about it too much. Here, I'm doing it because I have two different scenes going on, right? Like, I'm drawing a little bit of a background to show, like, hey, we are still in the tavern. And then in the bottom panel, it's like, hey, we are now in the forest. So, just so it's clear. Because if not, it would look like we were in the forest the whole time. And that's not what's going on, you know? Like, in this case, it's kind of important. I'm gonna... Should I do their faces first next time? Yeah, I probably should. Nah. Okay. Let's keep going. I'm going to... let me not step away. I was going to step away from the faces here, but I should probably work on them. All right, so now we're going to swap from this pen to the mapping pen. And let me get a better view on this for you guys. Hopefully that's decent. I do got to get really up in this. It's just, yeah, that's as bright as it goes. Let me drink some water real quick. I've been yapping, bro. I hope you guys have been doing good. I'm not playing any music, by the way, because I thought I was going to listen to music in my headphones, and I have not been doing that. Or else I would have been blasting music this whole time. All right. And for those that are curious, I am working on B4 manga, the leader paper. It's, dude, I don't think I'm ever swapping off of this because the way my ink flows in this, the size of it, I just think it's much better than working on Bristle for me. And it helps me because I tend to overdo details a little bit. And this way, I don't have to worry about spending too much time because it'll let me know when I run out of space for lines, you know? I don't have to be so stressed out about that. Like, oh, you got to move on because you're taking too much time on a page. It's like, no, like you will finish when you finish with this size. So yeah, I am drawing smaller than 11 by 17. There we go. We got a face. That's a face. Let's draw some hair. One eyebrow is bigger than the other. Or not bigger, but like a little bit down. It'll do. There's a lot of details that we also notice that other readers won't. Sometimes we're really anal about it. We got to catch ourselves sometimes. Any chance of more tutorials here would be really helpful to see a breakdown of your process. Honestly, I've been wanting to, so maybe I'll do that soon. I think it's kind of something I don't see much about online, so I'll take a look at some point and I'll try to do something because there's stuff that I would have liked to know that is not shared online. So I'll look into it. I'll do a little something at some point. Maybe do like a Batman page to show people my process. Oh, that was squiggly. I've been drawing this guy like Batman. It's funny as hell. He's an orc, but he wears like a cowl of like one of his dead... Actually, I don't know if this is one of his pets. I think it's from one of his pets. I should know that. I did research. Fake fan. I'm about to take down my posters. But you see, like, this pen is much thinner than the other one, so I'm really able to go in. I think it's thinner than even a 0.5 or a 0.05 micron. so that's why I like it. So yeah, wish me luck, guys. I plan to do a cover after this to show my coloring capabilities as well as my cover layout abilities, or my pinup abilities. So we'll see. I'm hoping I get to do that very soon. I should be able to do it right after this. We shall see. Let's see, what else am I missing? Oh shite, her necklace. I have to pull up some reference. I drew a character sheet for this character, and that's what I'm going to be pulling up in a second. I might not be able to see chat, so I apologize. Sign me up for some art tutorials with Batman? Hell yeah, I got you. Yeah, because, like, you know, that's like the easiest way to get people to relate to a video. I think it's just by using a popular character. Who's more popular than Batman besides Spider-Man? Oh, that's what I'll do. Holy, look at that. Batman fights Spider-Man, and then I'll show you guys the process on that. It might be a while from now, but I'll do it. Maybe in a month. Okay, I'm trying to pull up. By the way, artists, please look up this website right now. Like, write it down. It's called M-I-R-O. Wow. Start over. Miro. It's called Miro. M-I-R-O. This is a great website to put all your references and do a little bit of a board. This shit has been one of the most clutchest thing I've ever had, because not only does it stay on the website, but you can look at it on your phone, on your PC, on your iPad, wherever. Like, and you can add images or whatever you need. Okay. Dude, hold up. I think I fucked up my character. Hold on. I never drew her correctly. I messed up her hood. What the? Hold on. Valera Warcraft. Dude, where? Her hood is so weird. It's not a... David Finch, or not David Finch, Jim Lee drew her once. Oh, dude. I'm worried I did it wrong. They're gonna call my ass out. Like, bro, you're not really a real fan. You drew this wrong. What do you mean? You're lying. Damn. Hold on. I'm zooming in. Okay. She's got like this necklace, and I think her hood goes underneath the necklace. So I gotta lock in for a second. I kinda did it. Kinda did not. Fuck. Alright, let's lock in, boys. So I'm gonna pull in with a blue pencil, and we're gonna see what I can do. So it's gonna look something like this. Damn, did I do that for any of the other pages? No, we haven't really seen her chest. Okay, so we're good. This is a decent page to do that in. All right. We're good, bro. We're good. Damn, fake fan. Don't let him know. Okay. Also, this is very interesting. This is a Mitsubishi pencil, like the car company. It has a red side and a blue side. I just thought that was really cool. So I got it. All right. We're going back in. I like to kind of angle these hatches. So let's see. I have to turn my page. What the hell? Okay, I locked in for a second, but I think we're good now. There might be details I'm missing on her costume, so let me take a minute to go through it real quick. I wish I could show my screen as well. Okay, that's right. I simplified it. Let me do a line real quick. So it's going to go like this. By the way, again, I will repeat, if you guys have not seen this show called Arcane, please make that a part of your daily routine to watch one episode, because the storytelling is like, look, it's very advanced, and there's a lot of people who did not like it because they packed a lot, but they didn't treat their audiences like dummies and break it down to another season. No, they trusted them. They trusted them to tell a very, very complex story, and I think it paid off, man. It's one of the best shows I've ever watched. One of the best stories ever, really. And, like, now, they got me freaking playing League. Like, bro. League is a game that I've always said, no, I'll never play that. Why would I ever play League? They made me fall in love with their characters, bro. And their world. Shit. They turned me into a hypocrite. So please check it out at some point. Those animators are, Jesus, they're godly, bro. They're so good. So good. Alrighty, I think this page is ready for some dang rendering. Okay, so there are some heavy shadows I want to put down, so I'm gonna start with that first. I normally don't do that. So I'll back to chat just in case. Yo, Arcane is out of this world, man. I really loved Arcane season 1, but something just fell off season 2. The art style and animation still flawless though. Hell yeah. I think what it was is the fact that they treated season 1 and 2 like one full story, and so people were not prepared to watch it split like that. Because I just binged all of it as a first-time viewer, and it felt right. It felt right. You know what I mean? Like, my only complaint was like, hey, bro, I needed one more episode to see what the frick happened to everyone and how they're reacting to the tragedy that just happened, you know? But besides that shows an 9.5 to me. Only because of that. Only because I wanted more. What's up? That show was fantastic, and we need more foolish stuff like that. And listen, Blizzard, World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, if you're listening, can we please do that with World of Warcraft, bro? Like, you guys are supposed to be the kings of animation. Come on. Let's get on it. We'll be there. Just do it good. Don't let Hollywood interfere again. They've actually been cooking with their animations recently. I don't know if you guys know anything about World of Warcraft, but their animations recently have been really on point. And it's not just like, they're not only doing the realistic style, they're also doing like an animated style, which is fantastic. I need more. I've transitioned to drawing characters interacting. Yeah, dude, that's probably gonna be the harder part for most artists. It's hard to draw contact, if that makes sense, you know? So that's definitely gonna be a journey. Best of luck to you, my man. Or my friend, I do not know who is in the opposite side of that name. I don't normally do line art with the brush, but this felt right. Exactly, and that's all that matters, man. You gotta enjoy the process. I might do some more thick lines here. That is awesome. That's how you do it, man. Shading. Yeah, man. Lee Bermejo's another one. He's fantastic. You should take a look at his black and white work too. It's really good. It's one of my favorite, actually. It was a big inspiration for a while. He did some samples for Hellboy, and he did it all in black and white, and it was gorgeous. I wish we got more of that. It's really nice to see artists, especially new ones, pop up even with AI. Yo, I think AI is just BS, bro. Don't worry. It's just a robot, you know? Like, you shouldn't be worried about being replaced by a robot. You shouldn't. And I know it has replaced some of us. Unfortunately, these businessmen, they see budget cuts and they're about it. But they'll never. There's a reason why like their projects will flop, and it's because there's no humans working behind it. There's no there's no real emotion. So that'll last for a little bit, but I don't think it's forever. I think more people are against it. I'm not gonna lie, I really despise AI, and it's one of those things where like some people will just never understand why. It's just like morally wrong. And so like you kind of just like get exhausted and kind of just quiet down about it, Like the right people don't care for it, and that's enough for now. Almost lost myself in my own work real quick. There we go. Carl Kopinski's great as well. So do you ink your line work with a nib? For the most part, yeah. Like I'll do my cross hatching with a nib and some of my line weights. Right now, I'm just filling in some black spots because I'm gonna be doing. Like I don't like to over my shadows anymore like I used to, just because you kind of get lost in it, and I've felt to do shadows with the way that I've been doing it recently, where it's like it's mostly just line work. It feels like grays, right? Like I'm just doing the same thing but with gray, and I think that's much more effective for the readers, for the viewers. Let's get some shadows here so we can tell that this is a different area. Go like this, boom, boom, boom. Esquivel, what video games do you play? I picked up Black Ops 1 for the zombies. Dang, bro, you went back to the good days. That used to be my crap. I play a lot of Marvel Rivals. Been playing Diablo. I've been playing a little bit of League of Legends because of the Arcane show. That's been pretty fun. I used to hate on it, but it's actually really fun. It's just World of Warcraft, And World of Warcraft obviously is my number one. Currently, I'm not playing it though because I screwed up. I thought I bought the right PC parts to advance my PC, and I was short a couple pieces. So I currently don't have a PC. So that's fun. But, I like those games. Let me put a shadow here. Do something like this. Bam. Yeah, that was hilarious, bro. I did not expect to be PC-less, but I did that. Do you find the nib better than a micron? As of right now, yes. There are some things that I'll use the microns for. Like, if I miss a detail and I don't want to put my nib in a dip, then I'll just go in there with a micron. But for the most part, I like using the freaking thing that I just said. Oh my god, the nibs. Jeez. So let me try something here. I'm gonna try something risky. Wish me luck. Can you guys see this? Hold on. It's gonna feel a little wonky, but I think when I'm done, you'll see the vision. See, like, digital artists have it easy, bro, because they could just lasso a tool and grab a big ass brush and then go crazy. I cannot do that. I can, but it's not the same. It's very easy to mess this up. Okay, that'll do for now. Shade that in. Boom. Also have to fill in his hair. Let me do that. My next game is pursuing Splinter Cell games. Ooh. My last birthday, I requested a PS3 for the older games. I didn't get to play a lot of games growing up or own the console except the Wii. I was the same, bro. Don't worry. I grew up with that Wii. There was so many games that I missed out on without knowing. Nah, man. Splinter Cell was fun. I remember those games. Those were fun games. Remind me of Hitman. Hitman were fun too. I miss the that era of gaming. There was a lot less, soulless. Most games now are soulless. Sadly, it's hard to find those good ones. That's why I feel like it sounds like I'm being advertised by them or paid to give advertisements. But Airship Syndicate, they're one of the best video game developers just because it's pure passion behind everything, bro. There is no the only game that I'd say you can excuse them for it was like Wayfinder when it came out because the parent company that was working with them, I think that's what you call it, the other company, those guys are kind of dicks. They kind of left immediately when things went bad instead of like holding down and helping out with the project. They kind of just left it. And Wayfinder now, because Airship Syndicate stayed working on it, they made it incredible, bro. Wayfinder 1.0, I think they call it. That game was so much fun, actually. It kind of makes me upset because I wanted more because it was good. But a lot of gamers are kind of relentless, man. We don't really forgive, We're like, what's that? You made a mistake? Oh, no, it's over for you. And that's a kind of crazy way of thinking, to be honest. It's like, isn't the whole point is that we want good games? So why would we shun these developers, Don't we want them to learn and make better games? What are we doing, But, yeah, those are great developers. Damn, I kind of went on a rant there, huh? I miss co-op games. Dude, me too, man. Yo, Caleb, what's up, bro? You said hi. It's like, hey, I said hi, bro. Say hi back to me. Sad fact, I was gifted an Xbox for Christmas and never got to play it back when Assassin's Creed Black Flag released. I missed out on that too, bro. Don't worry. But good news for you, they are remaking it. I think that just got announced. I'm very curious because I'm a big fan of the pirate era. Holy cow. I might actually really enjoy that game. I was looking forward to Skull and Bones, but then that turned out to be what it was. Live service slop. Unfortunately. And look, I say that, right? I say, oh, live service slop. Dude, I play World of Warcraft. It's not the best live service, but I still play it. There are good live service games. Holy cow, the one I'm waiting for right now is a game called Deadlock. It's by Valve, the guys who made Team Fortress, and what are the games that they made that I could say? Half-Life, I guess. Portal. There was another game that I'm missing for sure. Dota, those games. Yeah, that game looks incredible. It looks so fun, and the characters are unique and exciting. Showing Concord how to do it, bro. Very excited to play that game. This hair is looking too highlighted. Yeah, let me chill out on that. I put too much highlight. It's distracting. Getting rid of it. There we go. Yeah, let's move these up. I don't like these either. I can go back in later with the brush or with whiteout. That's better. My favorite part of the art journey, at least in my experience, is the expanding of things I've never drawn. Yes, that is huge. Knights and Horses, dude, that sounds like a lot of fun. Listen, bro, ever since freaking Sir Dunk from Game of Thrones, I've been all about it. I've always been about fantasy, but now, I'm a lot more about it. And I love that I wouldn't call Game of Thrones watchers normies. I would not call them normies, but I do feel like there are a lot of new people watching that stuff, you know? So like I do think there is a new set of audience that is like now more open to that kind of thing, which is exciting. Because a lot of the stories that I want to tell are from that era. I'm drawing this guy like Batman. I gotta give him the proper shading for his eyes. Yeah, I think this is kind of hilarious. Drawing this orc like Batman. It's a very cool design in my opinion. I might steal this character a little bit. We're drawing some OCs in existing universe such as The Boys and Star Wars. Oh yeah, dude. That's where it's at. The Boys. I'm so excited for the next season. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope it ends well, man. I don't see it not ending well. I think an ending in general is gonna be good for it. Like now, more people tend to binge stuff after they're done, or the shows are finished. So it's kind of, I know people will enjoy it. Trying to see where I can shade. Let me do. I think that's good on black shadows. Maybe a little bit here to fix her face a little bit. Yeah, that's good. You can tell that's a shadow going down her face. Maybe one here, like that. Yeah. Oh wait, over here. I gotta be careful because I don't really do that much shadows on these pages, so I don't want to overdo it. I think that's good for now before I start going in for real. Yeah, I think now I'm just gonna go crazy with cross hatching, and eventually I'll create more shadows. I made a character called Red Light, who is basically I do the work yet receive no credit character. Be careful, yo, you better trademark that, bro. People are gonna steal it. No, I'm kidding. That sounds cool, man. Make the comic, make it happen. Red Light. Okay, I need to get that out of there. I don't know if I should do it yet. I think I will. I think I will. This is a Presto, by the way. I got this from Jim Lee. Not literally from him, but like he showed us on stream. This is really good. Another Pentel brand. Whoops. Got a message. One sec, guys. What the hell? Okay, dude, absolutely love your art. You inspired me to start really practicing with my artwork and been drawing on and off. Hell yeah, man. Good, man. Yeah. Absolutely. And I'm glad you're drawing again. And listen, man, it shouldn't be anything but that, you know? Like, you should just be drawing for yourself. That sounds amazing. I might have to end stream here, by the way, guys. Damn, I have been streaming for only an hour and 30 minutes. But I'm gonna try to do more streams. If anything, come to Instagram. Keep an eye on that. I might come in a little bit later. But yeah, it was nice talking to you guys, chilling with you guys for a little bit. I plan to do more. I always say plan, but I never do. But yeah, thank you guys for coming by. I didn't expect anybody to show up, and there was like 23 people here at some point, which is hilarious. I apologize for not having more things to talk about. But hold on, let me read some messages before I leave. When I just started drawing, I used to take a lot of inspo, a bunch of characters I liked. Hell yeah! In the end, it just looked like the love child, and that's how it should be. A lot of the best characters made are love children. Like, uh, even from my experience, like, one of the first characters I made was literally a ripoff of Venom, Spawn, fucking a bunch of characters like that, right? And I just kind of merged them together, and a lot of people liked it. Like, it actually did really good and had potential to blow up, but I did not pursue it like a dummy. But that is one of the better things to do. Took a while to add in the aspects I like to my character while still keeping my own points. Yeah, I understand. I understand, but no matter what, bro, like, even if somebody steals your design, like, as long as you tell your story, it's always going to be your own thing. Like, look at Invincible. It is just Superman retold. So, yeah. As long as it comes from you, that's all that matters. Like, even if you repeat certain tropes, it's still you. But anyways, I'm going to end the stream. I will catch you guys later. Stay tuned for more. And thank you as always. Feel free to DM me. Let's end this. I always struggle ending stream.